Once upon a time, in a vast golden land called Bharata, there was a mighty field known as Kurukshetra. The sun rose over the plains like a burning jewel, shining upon two great armies waiting to begin war that would change the world forever. And among those warriors was the brave prince named Arjuna. He was strong, noble, and kind at heart. He stood tall upon his shining chariot, his bow Gandiva resting in his hand. But on this morning his heart was not filled with courage. It was filled with sorrow. And beside him stood his charioteer, a gentle man with calm eyes and a smile that seemed to hold the secrets of the universe. And his name was Krishna. And Arjuna looked across the battlefield, and on the other side he saw faces he loved. His cousins, his teachers, and even his friends. "Well, how can I fight them?" he whispered. "My arms grow weak. My heart trembles. How can victory bring me joy if it means hurting those I care for?" And he placed down his bow and then sank to his knees. The sound of his sorrow echoed across the field. And then Krishna spoke, his voice as calm as a river and as deep as the sky. "Arjuna," he said gently, "why do you weep on the eve of your duty? You're not fighting to harm anyone. You're fighting to protect what is right." And Arjuna, he looked at Krishna. "But they're my family. How can I stand against them?" And then Krishna smiled, and the light around him shimmered just softly. "Arjuna, this body is not who we truly are, but it's just a garment the soul wears for a little while. And when the cloth is old, the soul changes it for a new one. The soul cannot be burned by fire or drowned by water. It's eternal, like the sky itself." And Arjuna, he listened, and for a moment, his heart had felt just a little lighter. "Well, then what is my duty?" Arjuna asked. And Krishna replied, "Well, do what is right without fear. Don't worry about reward or loss. Act with love and truth in your heart." He placed his hand upon Arjuna's shoulder, and suddenly the air shimmered with a golden light. "Look beyond what your eyes can see, my friend," Krishna said softly. And the world grew still, and even the wind stopped to listen. And then Arjuna saw Krishna's true form. He saw countless stars swirling within him. He saw universes being born and fading away. He saw the great gods bowing before Krishna's brilliance, like fire, water, earth, and sky, all shining within his infinite being. And Arjuna trembled and pressed his palms together. "My lord," he whispered, "you are beyond everything I knew. I bow before you now." Krishna's voice filled the heavens. "Do not fear, Arjuna. I am within all things, and all things are within me. When the world forgets the truth, I return in many forms to remind it." And then the light faded. The winds began to blow again, and Krishna stood once more as Arjuna's humble charioteer, smiling kindly. "And what will you do now, Arjuna?" he asked. And Arjuna, he lifted his bow once more, but not with anger, but with peace in his heart. "I will do my duty," he said, "and not for myself, but for the good of all." And then Krishna nodded. "That is all I ever wish for you to see." And then so Arjuna rode into battle, but not with hatred, but with courage and love. He understood now that life is a great play, and each of us has a role to perform. To do that role with kindness and without fear and with a full heart of love. That is the true teaching of Krishna. Whenever the world seems dark or confusing, just remember this story, dear one. Remember that within you too shines the same eternal light. Calm, fearless, and divine. And that is your soul. And that is who you truly are.